morning, students. In the last class, we have done the reading comprehension of this chapter. So now we are going to explain this. That is unit number 7, the camel and the jackal. Once a camel and a jackal were friends. They always went out in search of food together. One day, the cunning jackal took his friend to a sugarcane field. The field was on the side of the river. The jackal quickly ate the sugarcane to his fill and said, "Friend, I have desired to sing." "Oh no, don't do that," said the camel. "The farmer will come and beat us." But the jackal would not listen. He began to howl loudly. So here what happened? So once a camel and jackal, they were very good friends. So you can see this is a camel and this is jackal. So they were very good friends and they always went out in search of food together. So they wanted to food for live, right? So for food they always go together only. Because why they go together? Because they are friends. So one day what it happened? So one day the cunning jackal, what he did? So the cunning jackal took the camel to the sugarcane field. Sugarcane means no. So it took to the sugarcane field. So the field was on the other side of the river. Where was the field? So this field was other side of the river. Other side of the river means they have to travel from the river only. They have to go to the other side. So it was other side of the river. The jackal quickly ate the sugar cane to his fill and said, "Friend, I have a desire to sing." So the jack, what did he do after going there? So this is the jack. So it ate off the sugarcane very fast to his stomach. It was full. So the stomach was full and said, so the jack is telling to the camel that, "Friend, I have a desire to sing." So I have an desire to sing. He is telling to whom? The camel. The camel replied, "Oh no, don't do that," said the camel. "The farmer will come and beat us." So camel is telling that don't sing, because if we are here when we are eating, if the farmer sees, he'll come and beat us. So don't do that. So what did the jack told for that? So jack told, "I would not." But the jack would not listen. He began to howl loudly. So when the camel is telling don't do that, so it did not listen itself, the camel words. So it started howling. By then the camel had hardly eaten a few sticks of sugarcane. He pleaded and requested the jackal not to howl so loudly. But the jackal instead continued howl loudly. "No, friend, I have the habit of howling after meals. I cannot help it," he said. After howling to his heart's content, the jackal quickly set himself away from the sugarcane field. When the farmer heard the jackal's howls, he came running with a stick. When he saw the camel in the field, he thrashed him. So what happened, students, here? So after howling loudly, the jackal, by then the camel had eaten the sticks of sugarcane. So when he's howling only, the camel ate the sugarcane. So the camel was requesting the jackal not to howl so loudly, but it started howling. And "No, friend, I have the habit of howling after meals." So Jack is telling, after meals, after having some food, after meals, I have a habit. It's a daily routine. Like after meal, he has to howl. So he's telling that after meal, I have a habit of howling. So I can't help you. So I can't help it for this. He started howling continuously. And after that, so it started howling. No, the farmer heard that howling sound, and the farmer came running with the stick. So the farmer came from the holding the stick. So when he saw the camel in the field, so when he saw the camel was there in the field, no, so the camel got the beating from the farmer. So the camel left very sad and annoyed too. After meeting the jackal, he said to him, "Friend, see what have you done to me." So here what happened, students, the camel felt very bad and he was very sad because he got the beatings, right? So and also he was angry on Jack also. So and after meeting, so he's telling, after got from the beatings from the farmer, the camel is telling, see friend. So see friend means the Jack. See friends, what you have done to me. So in the meantime, the camel decided to teach a jackal a good lesson. The farmer had thrashed the camel so badly that he had a lot of bruises all over his body, which were causing him a lot of pain. He just wanted to go back home. So, what happened in the meanwhile? The camel thought, I have to teach a lesson to the jack, and he got very much beatings, right? So, the pain was very much, so he wanted to go back home quickly. Who? The camel. So, the camel and the jackal decided to return home. They had to cross the river again. The camel said to jackal, after all, you are my best friend, so climb on my back and I shall safely carry you across the river. The jackal happily agreed. The camel knelt down and jackal climbed on his back. So what happened? He told, I need quickly go back to home, and even the jack also wanted to go back home. So they decided, both of them decided, and for going back of the home means they have to cross again the river. They have crossed the came to eat, right? Now they have to go back also, they have to cross the river. So what did the camel said? The camel told that after all these beatings from the farmer, you are my best friend only, you are my best friend, so climb on my back. So climb on my back, I'll take you, I'll cross the river, he's telling. So the jack was happily climbed him and he was in his back. Now then began the return journey. The camel with the jackal on his back stepped into the river. When they reached the middle of the river, the camel took a nice dip in the water, and with a glint of mischief in his eyes said, friend, I have a feel of dancing now. What are you doing, dear friend? Said the jackal. I will get drowned. So what happened here, students? Now they began to return home, right? So when the camel reached the middle of the river, when they reached, the camel took a nice dip in the water. The camel took nice dip in the water, and he's telling to Jack that, friend, I feel like dancing now. So what are you doing, dear friend? Said the jackal. So jackal is saying that, what are you doing, dear friend? I will dance. I will get drowned. So when you're dancing, I'll get drowned. Look, my friend, said the camel, I have the habit of dancing after every meal, and I cannot help it. So saying this, he began to dance. The jackal fell off the camel's back and was drowned. So here what happened? Even the camel also told, even I have a habit of dancing after meal, so I'll be dancing. So at last the camel danced and the jackal drowned. So the before also the camel told, no need to howl, right? The jackal did not listen. So now camel told that I want to teach him a lesson, right? So he also did the same thing. So this is all about a story, students. I want you to understand this, and I'll be asking the questions in the next class. Thank you, students.